Tom Taylor. I briefly worked as a private investigator in my youth, so I can attest to shady practices being common. But I wonder what makes the PIs employed by Scientology so willing to engage in aggressive harassment of former members. Are they members of Scientology, or are they just paid obscenely well? Or does the church just have a knack for finding PIs without a moral compass? Thanks for the question, Tom, and the answer is all of the above. Scientology does employ private investigators who are, or Scientologists in the role of a private investigator, enforcer, bouncer, etc., security. I've seen this. But more often than not, since the bust of the Guardian's office all the way back in the 80s, they just hire outside guys, and they do have a pretty much unlimited budget for legal, so they are willing to pay top dollar for the best of private security, lawyers, and private investigators. And by the best of the best, I mean those who are willing to do the dirty work, the scummy, bottom-dwelling, awful stuff. And there are, unfortunately, tons of people out there who are more than willing to take that paycheck and do the very worst to other human beings because, hey, man, I got to make a living. And that's their attitude. And I find such people to be the most despicable scum of the universe. But they just laugh in my face at that idea because they're laughing all the way to the bank. And it's pretty sad, but it is true. And so in the world of private investigation especially, you have ex-cops and ex-military who now get to engage in their own little clandestine covert operations on a daily basis, and they get off on it. You know, I mean, people have different motivations and different ideas. It's not all just money, but when you are dealing with the scum of, humanity, then then the kind of motivations you're dealing with are, to hurt people, to embarrass people, to make people, to ruin people utterly. Hubbard wasn't the only one who had that idea, and there are some people who just get off on it. Of course, the Scientologists who get involved in this activity are true believers. So they're just kind of living in a bit of a delusional worldview where they see enemies everywhere in people who don't support Scientology. And that's the whole us versus them, black and white thinking, mode of thinking. And it doesn't require that you be in a cult in order to think that way. I mean, you guys know that, right? It's not, there are people out there who are they were just raised a certain way, or they've had certain life experiences that has convinced them that this is the way they need to be. The world is this way, and this way, and this way, and there is no other way about it. And such people might think that, Scientology is the bee's knees and it's out there saving the world, so how dare these scum like me take on Scientology, and they're more than happy to, do whatever. So that's kind of how I see it breaking down, and I've seen these people, I've interacted with these people. They are not fun, good, happy people. They are generally scummy people. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's, that's just how it is. I wish there were not such people. I wish there was some kind of regulation or something. I wish there was some way to control that, but there really isn't. And that's the truth of that.